This is Truth Odysee. I'm making this video about why Christians and Satanists hate Truth Odysee. And for those of you that have watched my videos over the years, you'll know that I've produced a few videos trying to explain to both Christians and Satanists that they are both part of the same body. They are just polar opposites of the same theologies. And of course, YouTube banned those videos I made for some reason. They didn't actually have a reason whatsoever to ban them. They claimed that it didn't fall within the community guidelines, which of course is a bunch of bull. But the reason that I'm making this video, I'm not going to put any pictures up so YouTube can't have any reason to try to ban me, or ban this video I should say. So I'm making this video because I just cannot believe how both Christians and Satanists are the ones that attack me. It's funny because Christians live behind this fake facade of being pure and, innocent and all full of goodness and living and walking the path like Jesus and all this bullshit. Because the truth is that over the years, the people that are the rudest to me are actually the Christians. I mean, the Satanists get pissed off too, but not really as much as the Christians do. It's unbelievable. And of course, they're both just polar opposites of the same freaking body. But both sides get really pissed off when I start teaching what I teach. At first they don't realize that I teach, theologies and religion and stuff. So they at first love my wisdom. Everybody, oh my God, it's awesome. His wisdom's killer. Blah, blah, blah. He's a genius. And then they run across one of my videos where I start talking about Jesus or whatever, or Satanists, and showing them the truth. And that's when they get all pissed off, start leaving nasty comments. I mean, it's amazing. These guys are claiming to be Christian, and then they're coming on here saying, oh, you're the fool. You're going to burn in hell. And, I wish I could kill your whole family. I mean, their comments are on there. I didn't remove any of them. I leave them on there as evidence so people can see. And that actually reminds me of another comment that someone made that, oh, you're monitoring your comments, or you took the comments down, which proves you're a fraud or whatever. I mean, I never touched my comments. I never took them down or whatever. That's a bunch of bullshit. So look how these death sacrifice cult members are the first ones to attack and call names. I never called those people's names at all. I purely made a video and I was explaining the truth about who the character of Jesus is. And that was just one aspect. I mean, all of you guys know that watch my videos, I could make a freaking 20-hour video explaining 10,000 reasons why Jesus is not real, why he's the same character as everything else, and all the other religions. But yet the blind followers are so brainwashed that they won't even stop for 10 seconds to stop and listen to what's being said and use their mind that the real God gave them. I mean, they don't even do any research to check out their own religion. And you can see that in their comments. Like Mr. Red Pill responded to me saying, who said that Jesus wrote the Bible? And I got it all wrong and all this kind of stuff. When had he just read who I was responding to another Christian who was saying and making comments saying, and Jesus said. And all I wrote back was that, well, Jesus never said one word because not one word in the Bible was written by Jesus. So that's a false statement. And that's the fantasy that these guys live in. They don't do their research. They don't even freaking stop for 2 seconds to even challenge their own belief. It's funny to listen to Christians talk crap about Satanists, oh, the devil worshippers, and they make sacrifices and all this. Well, guess what? Christians and their religion is all about death, human blood sacrifice. But oh no, Jesus died for our sins. They're just so blind to what is actually being said and done. They just, follow the Pied Piper and they go face first, right in the deep, and they don't even listen. They don't even stop to think for one moment about what they're doing and what they're saying. All of the ancient sacrifices died for the people's sins. That's why they were sacrificing them. Hell, better you than me. I mean, that's the mentality. And it's funny listening to these guys say, oh, you're confusing Jesus with other religions. No, I'm not, because all other religions are the exact same. All the religions are the same. There is always about the one God, the supreme God that ruled all the other gods, which is why the Bible talks about the Elohim and the council of Elohim, and let us go down and make man in our image. So I could go on and on. But the fact is that all the religions are the same. It's always the son of God. Saturn has the son Zeus, who becomes in charge. El is the main god until Baal, his son, becomes the one in charge. Odin is the main god until his son Thor becomes in charge. Osiris is the main god until Horus is born. Then he's worshipped, the sun. And of course, all of these gods were sacrificed and then resurrected. Then we have the biblical Hebrew Cana-Phoenician story of the god El, the bull god El. Yes, the bull god El from Cana-Phoenicia, the same Hebrew god, which is why we have Israel, angel, and every other word that contains El. Okay? It's not Yahweh, not Yahuwah, or Yah. It's El. But nobody knows who the name of, or not nobody, but most people don't know the name of the God of the Bible. Who do they know? The Son of God. How original. And his name is what? Emmanuel, Jesus, Yeshua. And it just cracks me up when people say, oh, and God said, or in the beginning was the Word, and the Word was with God, and all this crap. These people are so delusional, they actually believe that they're like reading words straight from God. Oh, it was inspired by God. Yeah, and God inspired me to make this video right now too. It's the same exact thing, 1,000,000,000%. I mean, it's funny when people say, oh, you're getting it all twisted up with other religions. No, I'm not. I mean, if Christianity was unique and original, that'd be one thing. If every single aspect of the religion was something unlike all the other religions, then that would be one thing. But unfortunately, it's not. It is exactly like all the other religions. I mean, seriously, Christians, I began this whole thing years and years ago because I was just flabbergasted at how people were so brainwashed, but yet didn't know the truth. So I wanted to help my fellow Christians, my fellow man, and I wanted to explain the truth of the Illuminati's religion that they have placed on this earth for us to be brainwashed with. But in return for my good deeds, I get attacked by these Christians who are just too blind, too stubborn, and too ignorant to even begin to open their eyes and listen to truth. Seriously, just take 10 minutes of your life, do a little research on who El, the God of the Bible, is, and when you do the Hebrew lexicon, you'll find out where El comes from Elohim, which comes from El, which comes from Ayil, which is the horned ram. Okay, because the horned ram is Aries, which came from Taurus, which is why they were worshiping the bull, and Yahweh gets pissed off because he is an Aries, the ram god now, and Taurus has passed. The age has passed. So do some research and look up who the ancient Cana-Phoenician bull god El was, who was, thousands of years before the Bible was made. And you'll notice very quickly that El, the biblical El, is the same exact Toru El of ancient Cana-Phoenicia in the Ugaritic text. He was the bull god, the father of all the gods. He was the father of mankind, the Abu Adamai. Abu Adamai, father of man, Adam. That's where the Bible got Adam from. Adamai. Adam, the red earth. Because remember that El was the god of the Levant. And of course, this is in the land of Eden, which the Bible used as the Garden of Eden. So El is known as El Olam, which means God eternal. The same exact description used in the Bible to describe El Olam, God eternal. So El is the gray-bearded ancient one who is full of wisdom. He is the king. He is known as El, the warrior, which is exactly like the El of the Bible, who is known as the warrior. And of course, Baal slays the beast dragon serpent called Yam, and then Yahweh in the Bible, of course, slays the Leviathan, dragon, monster, serpent. How original. So the Ugaritic bull god El lives in a tent, and he's from the desert, exactly like the God of the Bible, who lives in a tent in the desert. And of course, El dwells on Mount Lay, which means the night, the mountain of the night. Same thing as mountain as the moon, which, of course, the biblical God is known to dwell on Mount Sinai. Ai is mountain, and Sin is the moon god. The mountain of the moon god, once again, or the mountain of the night. Same exact description. And of course, that's why they carved a bull in the side of the mountain. And of course, El dwells between the two waters. And if you read your Bible in Genesis, what does God do? He starts talking about the two waters of the firmament, above and below. And it's the same as the Sumerian story of Tiamat, which is the salt water, and then the fresh water, which is the two waters again. It goes on and on. But, the biblical story is just plagiarism from much more older stories, which is why you have the bull god Enlil, El, okay, that is the supreme god. And he basically gets pissed off at the people because they're too loud, and he wants to destroy them all. So what does he do? He sends a great flood to kill them all. But of course, we have a flood hero, just like Noah. And he is warned that a great flood is coming to kill everyone, so he better build a boat. Wow, what an original story. Anyway, I could go on just proving 10,000 things, but it's not going to change anything for a Christian if they're just going to keep their blinders up and not listen. So I could go on, giving thousands of examples of how the Bible plagiarized much older stories. But it doesn't matter how many examples I give if the Christians are going to keep their eyes wide shut. So Christians can continue to keep worshiping the bull god of heaven, and Satanists can continue to keep worshiping the bull god of hell. But they're both part of the same deity. Deity means two. One day is both day and night. Okay, 1 year is both winter and summer. The devil or Satan is just a description of when it's dark or when it's wintertime, which is the opposite of summertime or daytime. What, does God disappear during those hours or something? No, God is God from, both times, both day and night. But the way that the ancients saw it was that it was a different character. It was the evil side of God, the dark side, the cold death of winter side of God, until the other side of God came out, which was the light, bright side of summer or daylight. Of course, that's why the Bible tells you that God created evilness, because he created both evil and good. Well, he didn't do anything. It's just a story. So seriously, I've solved a lot of these mysteries of what the Bible's talking about, and I'm trying to share it with mankind. But I'm meeting such a resistance from both sides. It's amazing. I'm a good person. I'm a very nice guy. If you're one of my friends, I'm a good friend. I'm there for you. I'll do whatever I can to help. I protect the innocent. If you were one of my students, you know how I run my class. Everyone has to have respect, and you don't disrespect anybody. You don't try to break someone's arm. You're not mean and evil. That's not me at all. I'm a good person. And all I'm trying to do is help mankind. Break the spell of El. Break the brainwashing that the Illuminati or the elite elders have spoon-fed us since we're born on this earth. If the real God wanted us to have a religion or a book, then he would make a book, or God would make a book for us. God's not a he, not a she. That's a man-made perception. But anyway, my whole point of making this video was that if you're going to leave comments, have some respect and dignity and act like an adult. And ask the questions, make your comment, state your point, and have a logical debate. Don't come on there calling me names and saying that I'm the fool and blah, 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 just because I hurt your little itty-bitty feelings because I, basically told you that Santa Claus isn't real. I'm sorry that I bursted your bubble, but, grow up already. And, address my points that I made in this video. Let's have a debate and discuss what I've talked about in this video, not some other bullshit that, is irrelevant. So don't threaten to kill my family or leave nasty comments. So it doesn't matter if you're a Christian or a Satanist. No matter what side you choose, the Illuminati owns both sides.